They will hire the best hotel, hire this one by the seaside, this one, and when they finish, the man even ask how much it was going to cost. He said the money will not be enough. You won't even go halfway. So they are going to burn down money on one day event, just Saturday. Burn it, bring. Do you have a car? No. Do you guys have a house? No. Do you guys have? And they showed the husband because he came to support her while she was playing the game, looking like somebody that hunger Kwashoko has been. What about starting a business? They just do, and once they do that day, paradise will come. They will enter into heaven and enjoy eternity. I can guarantee you that marriage will not last 30 days before they start fighting.
Welcome to Dominion Mandate, a platform where we awaken a deep hunger for the pursuit of God and equip believers to dominate their world for Christ. Here, we dive into the Word of God, explore timeless truths, and ignite a passion for spiritual growth, purpose, and kingdom influence. This is not just another channel, it's a movement.
When people come around and they're talking about counseling, whether they're young people or anything, and they're talking about the future, you never see them talk about what they're coming there to do for the other. No. The way we are trained is you're not there praying for one wonderful wife to come into you. You are asking God to prepare you and make you ready for somebody. Because you see, if you are asking God to give you one of his daughter or his son, then you have to be good for that his son. Because some of you, the way you are, you're going to mess up somebody's life. I counseled a couple, and is the first one, the wife, that is talking first, and she was really going, and all the how bad the husband was and all the whatever and all that why this marriage is because of course I think the man kind of decided to pack out from the house, and so their family members called me, so I asked them to come, and she started. You would think that the person who complains first in the court, who speaks first, is usually the right person. Egocentrism makes us so whatever that we don't even have a sense of justice anymore. Even when you are the one harming another person, you don't recognize it. You still blame the other person on top of it. When she finished, so I said, what's the worst thing this man did to you? Because all her talk is, I check his phone, he's chatting with some people, he likes to chat, he stays late. So, so I said, what's the worst thing you saw? Since you have been busy, you're a policewoman, you go around reading your husband texts and messages, WhatsApp, and once you set yourself to do that, you will see something that will hurt you. And it's one of the rules in marriage that you're breaking. You're breaking a rule. You're not supposed to be doing that. But now she has broken that rule. Marriage is a young marriage for about 2 years. She has broken it so much, and she has read all sorts of things. Everybody he chats with and all that. I said, what's the worst thing you've seen there? Nothing. But she told me everything. Nothing. Some of the people are female. It's okay. They say, did you see where they were doing anything or talking? Nothing. I saw a guy. It's your turn to talk. What is the problem? They've been married for almost 2 years. No sex. I was shocked. So you mean you're married to this guy, you've not given him sex for 2 years, and he's still here? I said, me as a pastor, I would have left 1 year ago. You marry somebody that is more of a saint than me that you came to counsel. 1 year, what am I doing here with you 1 year? Because even a court, if marriage is not consummated, 1 year is the maximum. You can dissolve it. Us in ministry, you see, any marriage that is done, if you like, come here and swear with Ogun, swear with whatever you like. If it's not consummated, it can be dissolved instantly. The same way you consummate it, you dissolve it, because it's marriage of deceit. If you know you cannot provide sex, don't deceive another person into marriage. QED. You don't have to marry to be a person. You don't. You don't have to be married. And then if you now want to find another person like that, Enoch. There are people who have that gift. There are people who don't care. The emotional realm, they are wired differently, and God created them that way. And usually, if he created it that way, he created it for special purpose. I said, what you should be discussing with me here is how to get a wife for your husband. And you are the one checking his phone who he talked to. You should be glad that he's talking to somebody. And you should be talking about, because there are a lot of other things. It's not just that he has to have the emotional. For example, there is a book I had to recommend to them, The 5 Needs of a Man, The 5 Needs of a Woman. And when you look at the 5 needs of a man, the most important is respect. The next to that, actually two of them are competing, is sex. So the next 3 Tuesdays, I'm going to be investing in your marriage a lot, and relationship and career, because you're going to be listening to me on live career balance. Next Tuesday, we will talk to the men in your life, but the women needs to be there to hear what we are, because without the knowledge, if you don't have the knowledge, one person trained can make a marriage work. You're making an omelet and you're using 2 eggs, or if you like 3. 2. How many eggs do you need to be spoiled to spoil the omelet? You have a car with 4 tires. How many tires needs to burst for a car to have an accident, to tumble? It's different if they are on their own. But the moment you use that knot and hook them, you take that tire with this wheel and you do that bolting. 6 bolts, sometimes 8 holding it here. Do you know what you have done? You've coupled them. You've created marriage. Look, this is marriage. They can exist without themselves, but not one is complete in itself. You leave this one like this for a few days, all the ink inside will dry up from here. Then you write it, nothing comes out. So it's meant to write, is a marker, but now it's useless. It's unable to fulfill its purpose. It still has the design, it still has all the physical whatever, but it's not able to fulfill that purpose. So to make this complete, you create a helmet suitable for it. So this one is also created on its own. It can exist on its own. So with this, you complete it, and then you create. This is marriage, where you couple 2 components to now accomplish one goal. That's where you have marriage. The union that makes the 2 one is what is the marriage covenant or the marriage union. The union can happen fast, within 1 hour, within 1 day. But the assignment that belongs to 2 of them takes a lifetime, until the lifetime of this is over, and then you throw it over. So you see how people prepare for the union. As if traditional wedding, that's wedding, or that white wedding is the marriage itself. A young lady was playing a game on TV, and I was watching, and you had the opportunity to win $100,000, and the thing was going well for her. At one time, they offered her around $30-something thousand. She had the opportunity to take it or play on. And we that were watching, I was in my house shouting, "Take this money and go!" Because she was just, her wedding is the next, and they asked her, the moderator, "What are you going to do with this money?" I thought she was going to build a house or something. So they converted it and told her, "How many million?" Oh, zero billions. "Take this money and go." But she wanted, because there was still chance. But then she played this one and the thing crashed. It was still around the range of 15, 16. I felt so bad. But it's still free money. And finally, she kept going, because this time when it crashed, she decided to be stubborn. Instead of taking 15, when she had the opportunity for 30, that she would play again. And finally she hit this thing again, and it came back up to $20-something million dollars, $27,000. At the moment they asked, she collected the money. What are you going to do with the money? He said, the wedding ceremony. They are going to, is it Zanzibar? They will hire the best hotel, hire this one by the seaside, this one, and when they finish, the man even ask how much it was going to cost. He said the money will not be enough. You won't even go halfway. So they are going to burn down money on one day event, just Saturday. Burn it, burn. Do you have a car? No. Do you guys have a house? No. Do you guys have? And they showed the husband because he came to support her while she was playing the game, looking like somebody that hunger Kwashioko has been. What about starting a business? They just do, and once they do that day, paradise will come. They will enter into heaven and enjoy eternity. I can guarantee you that marriage will not last 30 days before they start fighting. And sometimes that's what we do. We even borrow to impress people that don't care, because once everything finishes, so this lady was busy telling me. So when I said, "You've not given his," do you know things like, I went to market, went to a shop, paid for a Samsung TV, brought it home to my house. It looks like Samsung. Have you been able to see one movie on it? No. What about CNN? No. At least African Magic? No. Okay, does he even play radio at least? I know it's TV, let him play audio for you. No. And then Oga waits, so waiting for TV to show. 1 month. 6 months. 8 months, 1 year. You have to be a saint. You have to know something Jesus didn't know. So stay there and be watching TV that is not showing anything. Because I know that, because that's one thing about me and the way I pastor. I don't go around, I will never go out tell people because you want to pretend to be. I don't pretend. And this is also how I know what is not good for another person, apart from the fact that the word of God has even said it. And every day we're busy checking his phones. You see, you're not even a Christian. You don't even have any sense of Christianity. You don't know what Christianity is. Because the most important thing about Christianity is its moral values. Its moral values. It has its source in the nature of God, the nature of Christ. Part of that is that God is just. You can't treat fairly another human being like you, especially the one you say you loved. You want to come and save the world. You see what I'm talking about? This one has become a selfish religion. It's now about me. It's about how I can sacrifice to meet the other person's need. You meet a marriage where two people make commitment to serve each other, to meet each other. You just have automatic heaven on earth. There is no other heaven to go, because these are the things that make heaven heaven. Yes, the planet itself is beautiful because they built it. But there are some countries that have tried. You can go to America and a few places where the infrastructure is good. But some of those fine society are now becoming hell because the values that made it heaven before are gone. Those are Christian nations. So I'm begging all of you, and I'm challenging you, and I'm asking you to join this movement. Join us. Don't just pray for us. You have to pray for those of us in the front line, but you also have to be involved. Power has come to your house. Make sure every member of that house, and make sure that it goes to everybody in your community. Start with your street, where you work, where you school. Make sure that the dominion mandate comes to your streets. Be the one to start it. Make sure that it comes to your place of work. There are 5 mandates God gave to everyone. Okay, let me see how much I can give you. Okay, let me try. 5 mandates God gave to every woman. God gave every woman 5 mandates. God gave every man 5 mandates. We are not discussing their own today. And then he's supposed to complement. As a lady, never be in competition with the man in your life, whether he's dating you, courting you, eyeing you, or has married you. Never. The purpose of marriage is to bring 2 powerful forces that can exist on their own. but to bring their strengths together and couple it to create a more powerful force, a third force that is far more powerful than two of them if they exist as individuals. See this water. See, I can even put this thing on the ground, play ball with it, but the water is safe because there is a marriage here. There is a marriage between the container and the cork. I can drop it into a gallon of water and the dirty water will not enter. So you can keep this 1,000 years after, you can drink it and it's still clean water. Remove the wife or the husband. How long does it take to contaminate it? So this one can boast and said, I'm the one containing the water, I'm the container. But all that your capacity to contain, how useful it is without this one that protects. You're able to do something, but then there's something you're not able to do. So this is what marriage is. Genesis chapter 2, look at this statement the manufacturer made before he created the woman. The man was already in existence. Oh Lord, how do I do this? Okay, I was reading one of the ancient manuscripts, and those books are available. You can read the book of Jubilee. It tells you the exact dates when the woman was created. Adam had lived in that garden for 1 full week. The woman was not created the first week of creation. I'm talking about the physical woman with her body. It wasn't created the first week of creation. What was created in the first week is Adam, that is both male and female. And then and that Adam was created on the 6th day. Then rest, Sabbath day came on the 7th day. That first week ended. There was no woman. So when the second week came, God resumed the work of creation. That's what a lot of you don't know. Creation has 2 chapters, chapter 1 and chapter 2. Everyone say Genesis chapter 1 and Genesis chapter 2. Okay, answer my question. Was marriage created in chapter 1 or in chapter 2? Marriage was a creation of chapter 2, not chapter 1. Was a woman created in chapter 1 or in chapter 2? Chapter 2. Woman was created in chapter 2. Man was created in chapter 1. So if you read the book of Jubilee, it tells you that Adam is 1 week older than Eve. When you read it in Genesis, because the purpose of Genesis is to give you the account, not to give you, so you see things happening in succession, and you get to the end when there was Sabbath day, you notice there is no woman yet. But that original man is both male and female, because he has all the attributes in him. He's like God. God is father and mother. But then when they came to the second week, God now started organizing the things he created by adding, perfecting his creative work. So there were also 6 days of creation in the second week, and I don't want to go there because if I do, it will take us off. If I had extra time, I could have tried that. So on the 6th day again of the second week, the 6th day, you notice what I'm saying? The 6th day is when he created man. On the 6th, he waited again. He didn't do it Monday, he didn't do it on Tuesday. On the 6th day again, if you check the book of Jubilee, and a copy of it is there so you can go on. On the 6th day again of the second week, he now put Adam to sleep and took out a rib out of his side and then made a woman. Now, because he didn't go back to the soil to make a woman, it also tells you the feminine qualities were already part of the original man. He just separated it into a different body. You understand that? Okay. But he explained his mission before creating her, his purpose. And what did he say? The purpose always comes before the creation, just like your purpose was decided before you were manufactured. How you do creation is you decide what the product will do. Based on the assignment of the product, you now design it with capacity and whatever that it needs to be able to deliver that assignment. I want you to notice that your purpose is decided before your creation, before you are manufactured. The way we said you are shaped for your purpose. Why is it that we men don't have breast, even though we have the capacity? Because anybody can go now, put balloon under his whatever and blow it. But with that big breast, you might call it, but can it perform the function? Because we're not the ones that carry children, and we're not the ones that breastfeed them, because that's one of the purpose of that capacity that you are given. Everything you are given it for certain function. Why is it that women don't carry children? Because we're not the ones that have the fallopian tube and the womb. If you want us to do the function, then you have to build in us the capacity for it. So you can go and wear a female dress and put lipstick, it still doesn't make you a woman. And you as a woman, you can lower your hair, you can even go and buy, bird and gum it on your face, and you can get muscular issue. You can even inject yourself with some hormones that make you, it still doesn't make you a man. All those things are confusion. You're playing with another person's product. Like somebody said, going to sit in the garage doesn't make you a car. Yeah? I saw a Nigerian comedian, very funny. He was believing for a car. He said, now that the car has not come, let me buy steering. So he bought steering, and he will use it and be doing like this. Is that a car? If you want to know what a car is, you have to define its purpose. What's the purpose of a car? Transportation. Transportation is its purpose. But transportation is also the purpose of aircraft. And transportation is also the purpose of keke. And transportation is also the purpose of bicycle. And transportation is also the purpose of Legacy Benz. So why did they give car a rolling leg? Tires. Circular. And why did they have to give it 4 tires? What makes the purpose of a car different from the purpose of a motorcycle or a bicycle? Who can tell me? Tell me, both do transportation. What's the difference?
Speed.
There are some motorcycles that can move faster than
comfort.
One is that they wanted the capacity to carry a number of people. And then they want them to be able to be comfortable like they're in their house while they're traveling. It's actually a moving house, a traveling house. They want comfort and the ability to carry more people. And I also learned that they wanted safety too, because protection from the elements like the sunlight, like rainfall, like a couple of those other things while you are going, instead of just wearing helmet and wearing, what is that thing they wear behind, made of tarpaulin or something, a motorcycle, then you hold, rain is falling on you are going, and thunder can fire you right there. It's true. Vehicles are designed in such a way that even if thunder hits the car, it discharges into the earth. So even when you meet another person that is called into the same ministry with you, there is also something else you are giving that makes you different. Never forget that. Like a trailer is also for transportation. But what's the difference between a trailer and a car?
It carries more people.
It's not about carrying people, it's ability to convey a lot of what? Goods, including cars, to carry cars. So when they made cars and they saw the constraint of a car boot where you need to move, a new purpose was born, because all purposes were first problems that were discovered. In an attempt to solve the problem, you create a product. So what is the mother of purpose? Problems. So all of you now, if you want to know your purpose, start thinking about it. It's a problem God saw that made him create you.